Hello everyone, meteorologist Mike here with your Synoptic CONUS forecast from August 12th to August 16th. And as always, before we get started, a couple things I do need to go over. One, this is not a full and complete forecast. This is just an overview of large-scale events happening over the continental United States. For a full and complete forecast of your area, please see your local meteorologist or your favorite weather app. And secondly, all of my times are in Zulu time or the GMT time zone. This is a standard across weather models, so you don't have to deal with time zones. And I am just continuing that trend. I will, however, have all the time zone conversions down in the description below. Alright, let's get started with what's happening right now. 12Z on the 12th. We've got a cold front stretching from Delaware down into Missouri. And we've got a stalled front on the side of that, stretching up from Missouri into South Dakota, where it has a low pressure on the end. Right now, that both fronts are looking fairly dry. A random shower here or there, but that is it. And we've got a disturbance down in the Gulf, represented by that low pressure down there. We are going to be keeping an eye on that, but I'm not expecting it to be anything fancy. Alright, our SPC Day 1 convective outlook. Not a whole lot going on aside from that marginal risk out in the west. Looking on ahead to 0Z on the 13th, that cold front has continued to move south, stretching from South Carolina off into Louisiana. I am seeing plenty in the way of showers associated with that front, and that stalled front has started moving forward as a warm front currently stretching from Minnesota down into Missouri. And that tropical disturbance is still in the Gulf, slowly making its way eastward. By 12Z on the 13th, that cold front has moved on out, and we're just left with the warm front and the disturbance that we're keeping an eye on. The warm front is currently stretching from Minnesota down into Arkansas, and is still looking fairly dry at this time. And the tropical disturbance has moved south of the Louisiana-Texas border. SPC Day 2 convective outlook, not a whole lot here to write home about. Looking on ahead to 0Z on the 14th, warm front now stretches from Michigan down into Mississippi, and is still looking fairly dry, and our tropical disturbance hasn't moved a whole lot, just a little bit to the south. By 12Z on the 14th, that disturbance is making landfall, bringing some rain to the Texas coast. And we have a new low pressure up in the north, currently over Lake Michigan, and brings some showers to Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois. SPC Day 3 convective outlook, still not a whole lot going on. By 0Z on the 15th, that northern low pressure has dissipated, and the tropical disturbance is fully inland, still bringing some showers to Texas. By 12Z on the 15th, we've got a pair of low pressures that have now formed, one in Kentucky, with a trough going into West Virginia, and we've got some showers with that trough. And the second low pressure is off in Kansas, with a trough going northeast through Missouri and into Iowa. That trough also has some showers as well. By 0Z on the 16th, the eastern low pressure has moved south into South Carolina, bringing some showers with it into South Carolina and Georgia, and the western low pressure has moved southwest farther into Kansas, and it has extended that trough with it. That is currently looking fairly dry. By 12Z on the 16th, the eastern low pressure has moved on off into the Atlantic, and the western low pressure has moved to the other side of Kansas and is throwing some showers out in front of it into Missouri. Alright guys, that's my CONUS forecast. Let's take a quick look into the Atlantic. Just keeping an eye on that disturbance that I have highlighted in my forecast. It's only got a total of 10% chance of formation, which fits fairly well with what I've said so far. Alright guys, that's my forecast for today. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe for future forecasts.